This is the talk of the town. It's the great notation war of our age. 2XKO said, save this for later, and then tweeted, DHUF, JL, JM, JH, JS1, LMH, DFH, UFA. They posted a combo, and this is the notation, right? So the combo looks like this. It's a cool combo. A little rejump combo, launcher, tag, jump, charge down heavy, cross up. Super. Honestly, I didn't even bat an eye at the notation. I just like watched the combo and I was like, that's cool. And then I looked at the comments, right? People are just responding with like a link to the Dustloop glossary for numpad notation. People are just like, this game's not anime. People are like, what is this godforsaken notation you're using? And not only that, but like, you know, they posted the notation in other languages. So this is the Japan and then the Brazil one. Diagonal. Just like this whole sentence to write this in Portuguese. You're just like, all right. And in each of them, some people are like, not so sure about this notation there, gamer. Like, it is funny because this is not the first time we've had a great notation where anime players love numpad notation. And in general, people think that numpad is a universal language versus typing quarter circle forward in each language. I don't think it's the most confusing thing in the world to learn numpad, as when you learn fighting games, you have to learn the language of fighting games. There's a lot of things to figure out. But there are some like intricacies here of what's going on. First of all, this notation is written in a very ugly way. You don't have to write up forward in the notation. You could just write this. You can skip this because if it's jumping, then like the jump is implied. Jump, light, medium, heavy, S1. This could be one line. It could just be J, LMH, S1, and then grounded, LMH, down forward H. And then you don't have to write this. And then again, all one word, jump MH, S2. This all one word will solve like 7 brackets and things and make the combo like a line and a half instead of like 3 lines. But it is pretty funny that it's such a big thing. People are like, no, this needs to be 2H, 9, jump, light, medium, heavy. There was a response, basically. Pat responded, which was, yeah, the reason we're not using numpad, or numpad's a little clunky with our game, is because our special moves are called S1 and S2. 2S2 is very awkward with numpad notation versus down S2. And it is true, when I talk about fighting games out loud, I almost never use numpad notation. But like maybe for writing, I would write 2S2. But I think it's one of those things where like it depends on the game what kind of thing you do. Like some games use light, medium, heavy. Some games use ABC. You do crouching light there. They're like, dude, it's 2A. You know, like you'll have a scrap even over figuring out the button that you're gonna mash the most on defense because it's your fastest attack, right? Is it dick jab, crouching jab, 2A, crouching light? Or is it 2L? Is it down 1? It could be down 1. Like, I don't know. Every game has like a different way it's notated. For me, I think numpad is really nice. And I think it's easy to describe things, especially written. And most people understand how it works. And even amongst games, you guys called it fighting game code switching. Yeah, like in Street Fighter, I wouldn't say like crouching medium kick into Hadouken is 2MK236H. I would like say, oh, it's crouching medium kick, quarter circle forward punch. And some people don't even say quarter circle forward. They just say fireball. Low forward fireball, right? You don't even have to say anything else, which is pretty funny. But if I was typing it to someone, I might use numpad for it, right? Like yeah, it's like probably fine. People brought up Tekken inputs. They do like numpad for that too. Like down forward 2 in Tekken is like 3 RP in other languages. But like the notation you use is really, it depends on the game you're talking about. It depends on the context of like whether you're speaking out loud or not. And it depends on the circumstance. The people who are like, you must literally always use numpad all the time, always, they're getting a bit big mad over something that's not really that big of a deal. 2S2 is pretty gross. It does not sound very good. Saying 2S2, 22S1 plus 2, ooh, that is not good at all. I will use it, but what I'm telling you is that it sounds bad. Like we could just agree that that is not a nice sounding notation. Maybe you're supposed to change the name of those or annotate them as SP or something, or like, I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do it that makes sense. You can call them special A and special B. Yeah, but they already settled on S1 and S2. The true answer is if you play fighting games, all of the ways to annotate things are pretty easy to solve quickly with a little bit of thought. And like once you're used to them, it takes basically no thought. I can read what this combo is really quickly, and I could sight read this combo and just do this combo like pretty fast. If it was numpad, it would be the same thing. And the truth is, if you play fighting games for a while You will have to learn how to do that for multiple things. And if you play multiple fighting games, it's almost certain that the notation will be different, especially if they're different styles. Like if you play Street Fighter and anime games, if you play Tekken and NRS games, the way they type Marvel stuff is different than the way they type like Dragon Ball stuff and their build versus games, right? This is like how you would write a Marvel combo, basically, yeah. Or like how people used to write Marvel combos. You kind of have to learn how to do this. So that's the true answer. And learning each one does not take you very long. It's not like it takes a long time to remember numpad. And if you don't remember for half a second and you have to be like, what is it again? And then you remember, it's fine. Just take a second and figure it out. Get a memory, nerd.